Hello, and in today's video, I'm going to be getting ready, putting on my makeup, doing my hair, while I read you random poems by Edgar Allan Poe. Isn't that just the gothest thing you've ever heard? Now, if you enjoy my voiceovers, if you enjoy me reading poetry to you, then don't forget that you can sign up to my Patreon, where I do audiobooks and poetry readings available for download every single month. The link is below. And let's begin. And I would like to begin with a poem called A Dream. In visions of the dark night, I have dreamed of joy departed, but a waking dream of life and light hath left me broken-hearted. Ah, what is not a dream by day to him whose eyes are cast on things around him with a ray turned back upon the past? That holy dream, while all the world were chiding, hath cheered me as a lovely beam, a lonely spirit guiding. What though that light throw storm and night, so trembled from afar? What could there be more purely bright in truth's day star? The next poem I will read is called Bridal Ballad. The ring is on my hand, and the wreath is on my brow. Satins and jewels grand were all at my command, and I am happy now. And my lord, he loves me well. When first he breathed his vow, I felt my bosom swell, for the words rang as a knell, and the voice seemed his who fell in the battle down the dell, and who was happy now. But he spoke to reassure me, and he kissed my pallid brow, while a reverie come over me, and to the churchyard bore me, and I sighed to him before me, thinking him dead, dolor me. Oh, I'm happy now. And thus the words were spoken, and this the plight vowed. And though my faith be broken, and though my heart be broken, here is a ring as token that I am happy now. Behold the golden token that proves me happy now. Would God I could awaken, for I dream I know not how. My soul is sorely shaken, lest an evil step be taken, lest the dead who is forsaken may not be happy now. This poem is called The Haunted Palace. In the greenest of our valleys, by good angels tenanted, once a fair and stately palace, radiant palace, reared its head. In the monarch thought's dominion, it stood there. Never seraph spread a pinion over fabric half so fair. Banners yellow, glorious, golden, on its roof did float and flow. All this, was in the olden time, long ago. And every gentle air that dallied in that sweet day along the ramparts plumed and pallid, and winged odor went away. Wanderers in that happy valley through two luminous windows soar, spirits moving musically to a lute's well-tuned lore. Round about a throne where sitting, Porphyrogene, in state his glory well befitting, the ruler of this realm was seen. And all with pearl and ruby glowing was the fair palace door, through which came flowing, and sparkling evermore, a troop of echoes whose sweet duty was but to sing, in voices of surpassing beauty, the wit and wisdom of their king. But evil things in robes of sorrow assailed the monarch's high estate. Ah, let us mourn, for never sorrow shall dawn upon him, desolate. And round about his home the glory that blushed and bloomed is but a dim remembered story of the old time entombed. And travelers now within that valley through the red-litten windows see vast forms that move fantastically to a discordant melody, while, like a ghastly rapid river, through the pale door, a hideous throng rush out forever and laugh, but smile no more. This next poem is called Sonnet Silence. There are some qualities, some incorporate things, that have a double life, which thus is made. A type of that twin entity which springs from matter and light, evinced in solid and shade. There is a twofold silence, sea and shore, body and soul one dwells in lonely places, newly with grass overgrown some solemn graces. Some human memories and tearful lore render him terrorless, his name's no more. He is the corporate silence, dread him not. No power hath he of evil in himself, but should some urgent fate, untimely lot, bring thee to meet his shadow, nameless elf, that haunteth the lone regions where hath trod no foot of man, commend thyself to God. This next one is called Dreamland. By a route obscure and lonely, haunted by ill angels only, where an eidolon named Night on a black throne reigns upright. I have reached these lands but newly, from an ultimate dim thule, from a wild, weird climb that leath sublime, out of space, out of time. Bottomless vales and boundless floods, and chasms and caves and titan woods, with forms that no man can discover, for the tears that drip all over, mountains toppling evermore into seas without a shore, seas that restlessly aspire, surging unto skies of fire, lakes that endlessly outspread their lone waters lone and dead, their still waters still and chilly with the snows of the lolling lily. By the lakes that thus outspread their lone waters lone and dead, their sad waters sad and chilly with the snows of the lolling lily, by the mountains near the river, murmuring lowly, murmuring ever, by the grey woods, by the swamp, where the toad and the newt encamp, by the dismal tarns and pools, where dwell the ghouls, by each spot the most unholy. In each nook most melancholy, where the traveller meets aghast, sheeted memories of the past, shrouded forms that start and sigh as they pass the wanderer by, white-robed forms of friends long given in agony to the earth and heaven. For the heart whose woes are legion, 'tis a peaceful, soothing region. For the spirit that walks in shadow, 'tis an Eldorado. But the traveller travelling through it may not, dare not openly view it. Never its mysteries are exposed to the weak human eye enclosed. So wills its king, who hath forbid the uplifting of the fringed lid. And thus the sad soul that here passes beholds it but through darkened glasses. By a route obscure and lonely, haunted by ill angels only, where an eidolon named Night on a black throne reigns upright, I have wandered home but newly from this ultimate dim thule. While I choose another poem here, just thought I'd let you all know that I actually have read The Raven and is available on my Patreon right now. Here we go. A poem named A Valentine. For her, this rhyme is penned, whose luminous eyes, brightly expressive as the twins of Leda, shall find her own sweet name that nestling lies upon the page and wrapped from every reader. Search narrowly the lines, they hold a treasure, divine, a talisman, an amulet, that must be worn at heart. Search well the measure, the words, the syllables. Do not forget the trivialest point, or you may lose your labor. And yet, there is in this no Gordian knot, which one might not undo without a saber, if one could merely comprehend the plot. And written upon the leaf, where now are peering eyes, scintillating soul, there lie Perdus. 3 eloquent words, oft uttered in the hearing of poets, by poets, as the name is a poet's too. Its letters, although naturally lying, like the knight Pinto, Mendez, Ferdinando, still form a synonym for truth. Cease trying. You will not read the riddle, though you do the best you can do. And I will end my poetry reading with a tweet I can only imagine Edgar Allan Poe would have made had he been alive in current times. And this tweet is a poem named Deep in Earth. And it goes like this. Deep in earth my love is lying, and I must weep alone. What a bummer, what a downer Edgar was. Thanks for watching and thanks for listening. If you enjoyed anything you heard, like I mentioned twice before, I have a Patreon. With this makeup look now finished, I'm going to film another video. So look forward to this look being used in a future video. I had a great day today because I made it a great day, and I will see all of you in the next video.